Part 11. Great Voyage, Invincibility begins from the word spirit fruit. Author, Drunk in March at Westlake. Chapter 101. Call out. A cold light lit up, and the vacuum slashed vertically and horizontally, immediately cutting off the three buildings in the port. The sniper dodged the slashing attack and kicked the attacker away. Raise the gun, aim, and shoot at the same time. All actions are done in one go. As soon as the gunshot rang out, the head of the iron swordsman suddenly exploded, turning into a splatter of blood and flesh all over the sky. At this moment, the identities of prey and hunter seemed to change. A swordsman who can use haki is as weak as an ant in front of a seriously injured sniper. He was killed instantly. Oh! This guy's domineering attitude is pretty good too. Anilu also saw the strength of this man. Being able to dodge Zantetsu swordsman's sneak attack from behind in time proves that he has knowledge and haki. Being able to break through Zantetsu swordsman's armed haki defense and shoot him in the head proves that they also have armed color haki. Top snipers who can use two-color haki are very rare. It's really good, and it seems to be worth recruiting at the moment. Lucifer's ship is also short of ship doctors and snipers. These are scarce talents. Ship doctors are hard to find, and snipers are even harder to find. Powerful snipers are born and must have talent. There is no talent. You will never become a top sniper through hard training. But this one that came to your door now really made Lucifer's eyes light up. Bang! 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 The gunfire started again, and this time he fired 3 shots in a row, killing 3 seamen in an instant. Thief! With constant sniping, more than half of the pirate soldiers chasing him had been lost. And this only happened in just 2 or 3 minutes. Finally, the pirate ship chasing behind him also docked. Hundreds of them, the pirates, rushed off the pirate ship and started to kill the snipers. However, as the snipers retreated while fighting, more than 100 pirates were quickly killed and only half of them were left. Even the pirates who led the team could not stop them. A sniper's shot directly penetrated the knife and the person with bullets. The gun was originally the most useless weapon in the world of One Piece, but in the hands of a truly strong man, it is the most terrifying weapon. There are dozens left. The pirates were frightened and began to retreat, fleeing in panic. How stupid! Lucifer shook his head slightly. Enel also understood what Lucifer meant. In front of a top sniper, exposing your back to him is simply the same as seeking death. The sniper did as Lucifer expected. He stopped. After getting off, he stood on the spot and fired continuously. At this time, these fleeing pirates were living targets, and he could only wait for him to call them one by one. Bang! 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 Gunshots kept ringing out, and each pirate he was shot in the head and fell into a pool of blood. Soon, all the pirates died under his gun. This man had a gun for each person and killed a team of 200 members of the Beast Pirates while being seriously injured. Ahem! Cough! Killing all the pursuers, the unknown sniper coughed up a few mouthfuls of blood. He staggered and almost fell to the ground. He still used his sniper rifle to support the ground to prevent him from falling. He was already seriously injured. He continued to fight, losing too much blood and consuming a lot of energy. He was considered a monster if he could maintain consciousness at this moment. Bang! 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 Suddenly, there was a burst of applause. Who is it? When the sniper heard the applause, he immediately became alert and raised his gun to snipe behind him. Bang! A bullet hit Lucifer accurately between his eyebrows. Lucifer raised his hand to catch it and clamped the bullet directly between his 2 fingers. Between. Not bad. Lucifer smiled faintly. He loosened his fingers and the bullet fell to the ground. Who are you, Demon Lucifer? The sniper's eyes widened, obviously recognizing Lucifer's identity. He took a few steps back without leaving a trace, holding the sniper rifle tightly in both hands, ready to shoot and escape at any time. Lucifer's reputation is now the world's most notorious famous, no one is not afraid. You are very courageous if you dare to kill the beast pirates. Lucifer smiled faintly. It's none of your business. The mysterious sniper's voice was hoarse, exuding strong murderous intent. It's really none of my business. Lucifer shook his head and smiled, I'm just very interested in you. Simon Hay, the white god of death, am I right? Lucifer looked at the mysterious sniper and said calmly. Ah, yes, it's me. The sniper frankly admitted his identity. It's really embarrassing. Who would have thought that the famous White Death would be reduced to such a miserable state? You don't look like the White Death now, I can only say that you look like a stray dog. Simon Hay, a famous sniper in the New World, nicknamed the White Death. He is the captain of the Death Pirates and has a bounty of 335 million Baileys. Legend has it that Simon Hay can shoot from 2,000 meters away. Hitting a mosquito between the eyebrows, the sniper skills are very terrifying. Many pirates who encountered the White Death on the sea were killed by headshots without even seeing the enemy. I don't know where this guy was provoked. Kaido was being hunted down so miserably. If Lucifer read it correctly, the main ship of the Death Pirates was blown up just now. Judging from the situation, all the members of the Death Pirates were dead, and only those who were seriously injured were. Simon Hay is lucky to be alive. It seems that your life is very tough, and you survived. But after provoking Kaido, there is no place for you in the New World. Even if you escape today, the next wave of pursuers will arrive soon. If I read correctly, those people just now were just soldiers of the Beast's pirates, and the real monsters are still behind. Lucifer looked at Simon Hay and said lightly. Yes, my life is indeed very tough, but all my crew members are dead. But if they want to kill me, it's not that simple. Simon Hay laughed at himself, holding the sniper rifle tightly in his hand, obviously extremely unwilling and angry. The Death Pirates were completely wiped out, and only he, the captain, barely survived, and was still being hunted by the Beast Pirates all over the world. This famous white god of death seems to have lost everything at this moment. But the person who has lost everything is also the most terrifying, because he has nothing to lose. Such a person will completely turn into a mad dog and fight with the Beast's pirates. You have to fight to the death. Although it is useless. After all, his opponent is Kaido, the four emperors who stand at the top of the pirate pyramid. Although Simon's strength is good, he can't kill Kaido on his own in this life. Do you want to come to my boat? Lucifer suddenly said. What? Simon Hay was stunned for a moment, but soon, his eyes radiated infinite light. Without any hesitation, he ran towards Lucifer, dragging his seriously injured body, bent his knees, and knelt down on the road in front of Western France. Please, I beg you, please help me get revenge. I am willing to give everything, even at the cost of my life. Before Lucifer could answer, Simon Hay kowtowed to Lucifer repeatedly. He kowtowed very sincerely, but after just a few wringings of his head, the skin on his forehead was already broken. At the same time, his violent movements also pulled. He opened the wound on his body, blood flowed from his chest, and soon a small blood puddle was formed at his feet. But Simon Hay seemed not to feel the pain and kept kowtowing. At this moment, Lucifer was the last thing he could hold on to. A straw. Even if he gives up all ambitions and all dignity, Simon Hay will hold on to it. Ain't looking at this man as humble as dust, it was rare that he didn't laugh out loud. Originally, this kind of guy who had no dignity and was begging for mercy was the type he hated the most. But at this moment, he couldn't hate Simon Hay anymore. Cavendish, Baby 5 and others who came in a hurry also watched quietly. No one looked down upon this begging man. After all, he gave up his dignity not for the sake of living an ignoble life, but for revenge. Get up first, if you keep knocking down you will be dead. Lucifer hooked his fingers and pulled Simon Hay up. His lips were white and there was no blood on his face. This was a symptom of excessive blood loss. Baby 5, treat him, don't let him die. Lucifer gave the order. Yes, Captain Lucifer. Baby 5 quickly ran over, carried Simon Hay onto the netherworld, and gave him emergency treatment. Captain, this guy has offended Kaido, do we really want him on board? Cavendish came to Lucifer and asked hesitantly. What about Kaido? Others are afraid of him, but I'm not afraid. Great Voyage, Invincibility begins from the word spirit fruit. Author, Drunk in March at West Lake. Chapter 102. What about Kaido? Others are afraid of him, but I am not afraid. Lucifer shook his head indifferently. Simon Hay is a rare top sniper. He is exactly the talent that the Netherworld pirates currently lack. Now that he has met him, he naturally wants to take it into his possession. As for Kaido, Lucifer has always been the target of hunting. Even if Simon Hay is not recruited, Lucifer will face Kaido sooner or later. Let's go, get out of here first. The Netherworld set sail again, slowly sailed away from the port, and soon disappeared into the boundless sea. And less than half an hour after Lucifer left, a pirate ship arrived at Sakura Island. Pirates, the flag of the Whitebeard Pirates is hoisted on the ship. Sakura Island is the territory of the Whitebeard Pirates. If someone makes trouble here, the Whitebeard Pirates cannot remain indifferent. Otherwise, the majesty of the Whitebeard Pirates will be lost. By then, if cats and dogs dare to run wild on the territory of the Whitebeard Pirates, then what kind of Yonko will they be? Foil Baista stepped off the ship. He is the captain of the 5th Division of the Whitebeard Pirates. This time he took the lead in investigating the entire process of the Sakura Island incident. The story of the incident was very simple, and the person who caused the trouble was also well known. Baista investigated it all without any effort at all. However, this incident involved Kaido and Kaido of the Beasts. The devil Lucifer, it is not Baista's decision. He can only inform Whitebeard of the news. Hey, Daddy, it's me, Baista. Baista took out the phone and connected it, and the snail turned into a Whitebeard. Goo la 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 la, it's Baista, have you investigated everything clearly? What bastard dares to run wild on my territory? Whitebeard was a little angry. After all, this kind of thing hasn't happened for a long time. The investigation revealed that the cause was that the beast pirates were chasing the killing god pirates, and the two sides fought, which spread to Sakura Island. There were casualties among residents and building damage on Sakura Island, but it was not serious. Almost all the fighting parties were dead, and the death pirates were completely wiped out. Only Captain Simon Hay managed to escape by killing all the beast pirates' pursuers who were chasing him, and was finally taken away by the demon Lucifer. What happened is very simple. Baista even wanted to say that this matter should be forgotten. After all, almost all the people who caused the trouble are dead. It is impossible for the Whitebeard pirates to fight with the beasts because of this incident. The pirates started a war. Is that so? Everyone died. Whitebeard was silent for a moment, then suddenly asked, "Who are you talking about, taken away by the demon Lucifer?" That kid Lucifer was also involved in this incident. Whitebeard doesn't know Simon Hay. He has forgotten such a small character after seeing it. He remembers Lucifer very clearly. After all, this is a ruthless man who dares to single-handedly bulldoze the Holy Land Marijoa. No, according to eyewitnesses, Lucifer had been watching the battle and only took Simon Hay away after the battle. Simon Hay was seriously injured and almost on the verge of death. Someone saw him kneeling and kowtowing to Lucifer. He must have been accepted into the Netherworld Pirates by Lucifer. Although he didn't see what happened with his own eyes, Baista could roughly guess what happened at that time just based on the witnesses' statements. Is that so? Come back first. Whitebeard paused and gave the order. Dad, what about us? Of course, I'm going to trouble that brat Kaido. If he dares to cause trouble on my territory, I can't let him off so easily. It just so happens that I haven't done anything for a while, and my body will become stiff if I rest again. Goo la 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 la. Whitebeard's generous laughter came from the phone. Are you only looking for Kaido? What about Simon Hay? What's there to care about that brat whose pirate group was wiped out? If the Death Pirates still exist, Whitebeard might send someone to teach him a lesson. But now that the Death Pirates have been completely wiped out, Whitebeard's courage will not cause trouble for a down-and-out pirate captain. Okay, I get it, Dad. Baista finished speaking and cut off the phone bug. He quickly left Sakura Island with his people. After that, 6 pirate groups under the Whitebeard pirates joined forces to invade the territory of the Beast Pirates and seize 2 islands under Kaido's command. The forces under both sides fought a battle, each with casualties, and this incident was temporarily calmed down. This Sakura Island incident, whether it is a big thing or a small thing, the Whitebeard pirates just show your majesty, it is impossible to really start a war with Kaido. Kaido also knows this truth, and he is not serious with the Whitebeard pirates. The 2 sides will stop at it. Of course, these are all things for later. After the Sakura Island incident, the pursuers of the Beast Pirates are still chasing Simon Hay. Boom. 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 On a sea area, 2 pirate ships flying the flag of the Beast Pirates are chasing behind the Netherworld. The artillery fired continuously, firing hundreds of shells towards the Netherworld. This was the 2nd day after Lucifer left Sakura Island. In just one day, the pursuers of the Beast Pirates arrived. How on earth did this guy provoke Kaido and have them pursue him so closely? Cavendish looked at the pirate group behind him, and then at the unconscious Simon Hay, a little speechless. Why do you care so much? They killed as many pursuers as they came, and it just so happened that I hadn't done anything for a while. Since purchasing the Overlord Color Domineering domain, Lucifer's killing points have not increased for a long time. Looking at only 23,000 killing points, Lucifer felt very uncomfortable. Laser rays. Lucifer raised his hand and pointed, and 2 laser rays shot out, instantly hitting the 2 pirate ships behind them. Boom. There was a big explosion on the 2 pirate ships, and 2 huge fireballs appeared on the sea. Smoke of gunpowder, the fire filled the air, water vapor flew up, and hundreds of pirates on the ship were engulfed in the sea of fire in an instant. They could not even scream, and their bodies were gone. Hey, 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 Captain, you are moving too quickly, no matter what, you have to leave a few for us. Yes, this makes us crew members very incompetent. Enel Cavendish looked at the pirate ship sinking into the sea in the distance, feeling a little helpless. The captain was too strong, and he would have nothing to do with them once he took action. If this goes on, they will all be idle. Just wait, you will have a chance to take action soon. Lucifer smiled faintly and listened to the reminder sound in his mind. Ding, the host killed the pirate soldiers and obtained 8,500 killing points. Ding, the host killed the pirate soldiers and obtained 2,700 killing points. Ding, the host killed the pirate soldiers and obtained 1,400 killing points. Ding, the host killed the pirate soldiers and obtained 900 killing points. In this wave, Lucifer gained a total of 17,000 kill points. After this harvest, Lucifer's total number of killing points reached 40,000. Attribute panel. Host, Lucifer. Age, 23. Devil fruit, word spirit fruit. Physique, hell demon. Armed color haki, peak. Wisdom color haki, peak. Overlord color haki, domain. Killing points, 40,000. A bunch of trash fish, really cheap. Lucifer shook his head, a little dissatisfied with such a harvest. These pursuers are all miscellaneous soldiers of the beast pirates. Only the leader of the team has some strength and barely has thousands of killing points. The rest are miscellaneous. The trash fish among the fish are each worth 1, 2,000, or even hundreds of kill points. No matter how many of these trash fish are killed, it will never be enough. At this moment, Simon woke up. His whole body was covered with bandages, and he was almost covered in bandages. A rice dumpling. After this incident, the importance of the ship's doctor becomes even more apparent. Baby 5 can only do some simple bandaging methods, which cannot help Simon's injury heal quickly. This is just a traumatic injury. If it encounters a virus or internal disease, everyone was helpless and could only wait to die. It seems like we really need to find a ship doctor quickly. Yes, the ship's doctor is very important. Everyone knows the truth, but it is not easy to find a good ship doctor. Cavendish and Jack argued with each other. In any world, people who study medicine are high-end talents. These people have high wages and a good life, so how can they become pirates? Just wait, the ship's doctor will arrive sooner or later. For now, it is better to solve the problem of chasing soldiers first, so that it is not a problem to be chased all the time. Lucifer looked at Simon and asked, "How on earth did you provoke Kaido and make him want to kill you so much?" "Because of a devil fruit." Simon gritted his teeth and said, "You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment." Great Voyage, Invincibility begins from the word spirit fruit. Author, Drunk in March at West Lake. Chapter 103. Devil fruit? Is it animal type? The person who can make Kaido go to all the trouble to find and chase Simon all over the world must be an animal type, and not an ordinary animal type. Yes, it's an ancient species of animal type, but I don't know exactly what ability it has. But I learned from the pursuers that Kaido really wanted that devil fruit. What about the fruit? Where are you now? Cavendish asked quickly. An ancient animal type devil fruit is very precious, and its ability is also top-notch. It's not in my hands, I just got a treasure map, which records the location of the treasure. It also said that in addition to gold and silver treasures, there is also an ancient devil fruit. I just don't know why Kaido knew this news and ambushed us halfway. As you know the result, the Death Pirates were defeated miserably, all members were killed, and I was the only one who survived. Simon shook his head, with a hint of bitterness on his lips. If he had known that this devil fruit would bring the Death Pirates to this end, it would be better to hand over the treasure map. After all, this is just a treasure map. Whether the treasure exists or not is still a matter of fact. Explain. Whoops, 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 there must be a traitor on board. Suddenly, Caesar let out a sharp laugh, somewhat gloating about his misfortune. Impossible, how could there be a traitor on my ship? Simon's expression changed drastically, and he immediately roared at Caesar. The movement was too big and almost tore the wound, causing him to cover his chest involuntarily. All of Simon's crew members were dead, and he didn't want them to be insulted even after they died. Hey, 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 then how do you explain that Kaido knows the existence of the treasure map? Caesar's question made Simon speechless. Indeed, as Caesar said, only the people of the Death Pirates knew about the existence of the treasure map. And only the cotters knew about it, and even the ordinary crew members knew nothing about it. This news should be top secret, but Kaido knew it, and they also prepared an ambush on the island pointed to by the treasure map in advance, waiting for the Death Pirates to fall into the trap. In addition to the traitor tipping off, there is no second possibility. But all my crew members are dead and I am the only one alive. If there is a traitor, who is he? Simon still doesn't want to believe that someone betrayed him. Whoa, 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 What's so weird about this? Of course he was killed by Kaido's men. Caesar waved his hand and smiled mockingly. Pirates can betray each other, let alone Kaido. The traitor has been squeezed out of his last trace of use value. Of course, Kaido will not care about his life or death. This is the cruelty of the pirate world, blah 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 blah. Caesar turned into gas and flew in the air, letting out bursts of harsh laughter. Oh? Are all pirates capable of betrayal? Who told you this? You seem to have a lot of experience with betrayal. Lucifer looked at Caesar, half smiling. Caesar's heart skipped a beat, and he quickly fell back to the deck, laughing twice. Where is it? Captain Lucifer, you misunderstood. I will never betray you, Captain. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Being stared at by Lucifer, Caesar's face was covered in cold sweat, for fear that Lucifer would beat him up in the next second. He knew that with Lucifer's character, he could definitely do it. He was careless, and he shouldn't have said these words just now. I almost forgot, what the captain hates most is betrayal. If the captain misunderstands that I want to betray him, then I will be dead. What should I do? What should I do? Caesar regrets it now. He regrets that he should not be so mean-mouthed. Caesar, you'd better remember what you said today. Anyone who dares to betray will have a miserable end. What I mean is miserable, the kind you can't imagine. Lucifer glanced at Caesar, a dangerous light flashed in his pupils. Yes, yes, Captain Lucifer, I remember. Boo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Caesar's heart was beating wildly, and he could only use a dry smile to cover up the fear in his heart. Yeah, ha 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 ha, don't worry, Captain Lucifer, whoever dares to betray the Nether Pirates, I will deal with him without you taking action. Anilu laughed ferociously and reached out to pat Caesar's shoulder. A trace of electricity mixed with armed domineering rushed to Caesar's body, electrifying him so that his hair stood on end. Okay, why are you talking about this when everyone is dead? Let's talk about devil fruits, right? Do you still have the treasure map with you? Lucifer looked at Simon and asked. An ancient animal-type devil fruit was delivered to his door, and Lucifer certainly wouldn't let it go. If it hasn't been obtained by the beast pirates yet, Lucifer still has a chance. With me, I keep the treasure map close to my body. It's on me. As he said that, Simon took out a treasure map from his crotch. The treasure map was old and yellow, and it looked like it was old at first glance. Hey, where did you put the treasure map? Seeing Simon's actions, Cavendish, Nero, and others immediately roared, showing their fangs. Who taught you this? Don't you think it's embarrassing to hide something in your crotch? Lucifer was also speechless. Jack, Vabel, Baby 5 and others around him were also a little disgusted. Baby 5 finally knew why she didn't see the treasure map when she was bandaging Simon's wound. It turned out to be hidden in her crotch. What kind of habit is this? Who taught him that? Lucifer didn't know how to complain. Suddenly he remembered that in the original work, Luffy also liked to hide things in his crotch. When he came down from the Sky Island, Luffy once took out an 8-clawed octopus from his crotch. It's really unbelievable. Knowing how he stuffed the octopus inside, wouldn't he be afraid that the 8-clawed octopus would entangle his vital parts? Or is it because it is rubber and stretchable, so he is not afraid of being entangled? Without a treasure map, can the beast pirates find where the treasure is buried? Lucifer asked. Probably not, otherwise they wouldn't have to hunt us down. Simon shook his head. That's good, let's set sail and go dig for treasure. Lucifer gave the order. Ever since he went to sea to become a pirate, Lucifer has been hunting and has never looked for treasures. In fact, if you think about it, treasure hunting is what pirates like to do most. After all, the reason why the Age of Pirates is so great it will be opened because of the great secret treasure left by Roger. Since the beginning of the Great Pirate Era, Countless treasure maps have appeared. Many of them were left by great pirates in the old era, and some were left by pirates. Seize the treasure left behind and keep it for future use. There are many treasures on the vast sea waiting for countless pirates to discover. Fanlingkar, a famous uninhabited island in the New World. This place is famous because of its extremely harsh environment. The island is dotted with more than 20 volcanoes and many powerful beasts. Even pirates with a bounty of over 100 million cannot survive here. Over time, they will surely die under the claws and fangs of the beast. On the edge of Van Linker, a group of pirates are stationed here, and there are several pirate ships docked on the shore. Kaido's flag flutters in the wind and makes a hunting sound, telling the world the identity of these pirates. Boom! There was a loud noise in the camp, and a pirate was knocked away. His chest was sunken and he was vomiting blood. It was obvious that he would not survive. Trash, are you all a bunch of trash? Can't even catch a seriously injured guy? What do you do for food? Can this be considered a member of the Beast's pirates? A man over 8 meters tall, with a strong physique and muscles all over his body was roaring loudly. Every time he took a step, the earth would tremble, as if it were a walking hill. Please calm down, Lord Jack. We have worked very hard, but Simon is too strong, and he is now taken away by Lucifer. Jack's eyes, whose mouth was covered by the mask, stared with a cold light. What do you mean? Do you want to blame me? Is Simon too strong? He has been seriously injured by me and only has half his life left. How is he stronger? As Jack stared at him, the pirate soldier was so frightened that his whole body was shaking and he was sweating profusely. He froze in place and did not dare to move, with tears and runny nose running down his face. Great Voyage, Invincibility begins from the word spirit fruit. Author, Drunk in March at West Lake. Chapter 104. If you can't catch him, I can only say that you are trash. Bang! Jack punched the pirate soldier who was talking away. The pirate soldier flew into the air, and his body exploded, turning into a splatter of flesh and blood. Many pirates nearby looked at the scene and were trembling with fear. It was so silent that no one dared to speak. The law of survival in the beast pirates is very cruel. The strong ones have the absolute power of life and death over the weak. Killing people at the slightest disagreement is a routine operation. I have to take action to even catch a seriously injured piece of trash, so what do I want you men to do? Wasting food. What a bunch of idiots. After killing several people, Jack reluctantly vented his anger, and his ferocious expression softened a little. He sat on the ground, picked up a bottle of wine, drank it all in one breath, and then smashed the bottle to pieces. You said that Simon was taken away by Lucifer. Jack glanced around, and the pirates around him suddenly shuddered. Without, that's right. He was taken away by Lucifer on Sakura Island, and then eliminated 2 waves of our pursuers. Now we've lost track of Simon. A pirate soldier replied timidly, his body shaking as he spoke, for fear that Jack would also punch him to death. Lucifer, that arrogant brat. How dare you interfere in the affairs of our beast's pirates? I'm so impatient. I have to let him know sooner or later that this is a new world, not a paradise. Jack is arrogant and arrogant. Even though Lucifer did all kinds of great things in the first half of the Grand Line, he still didn't take him seriously. In his eyes, only Kaido is worth fearing. In the original book, Jack tried to save Dover in order to save Dover. Brother Langming even forced his way through the warships guarded by Generals Fujitora, Sengoku, and Lieutenant General Tsuru, which shows how courageous he is. Boom! 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 Suddenly, the island was shaken. Several volcanoes erupted at the same time. The entire Fanlinker was trembling, as if it would sink at any time. But many pirates in the Beast Pirates were indifferent. They all knew that this was the normal state of Van Linker. They were stationed in it has been more than 2 weeks here, and I have experienced situations like this many times. After a while, a group of gray-headed pirates with burnt marks on their bodies fled back to the camp in embarrassment. The first time they came back, they fell to their knees at Jack's feet. "Sorry, Lord Jack, we failed and did not find the location of the treasure." A group of pirates knelt at Jack's feet and shivered. When the wind blew, everyone shivered. It seems that if you want to find what Captain Kaido wants, you must first find the treasure map. Jack's face was gloomy, and his pupils were filled with cold light. This time they received a tip from the trader of the Death Pirates, and came here early to ambush, hoping to kill all the Death Pirates and grab the treasure map. But the operation failed. Although the Death Pirates were defeated and the captain was seriously injured by him, they still escaped in the end. Without the treasure map, Jack had almost turned over Van Linker, but still could not find the whereabouts of the treasure. Instead, because the volcanoes and beasts on the island cost many of his men in vain, Jack was not interested in gold and silver treasures. He was only interested in the ancient devil fruits mentioned on the treasure map, and that was what Kaido wanted most. This he was ordered by Kaido to perform a mission for the first time. If he failed, he would also be punished. When he thought that Kaido would be angry, Jack couldn't help but tremble. "If you send people to look for it again, but if you can't find the whereabouts of the devil fruit, you will all die here." Jack gave the order ruthlessly. He didn't care about the lives of these pirates at all. As long as the mission was completed, Jack wouldn't care even if all of them died. The beast pirates lacked everything. There is no shortage of people. Every year, there are as many pirates as possible who want to join their beasts pirates. Although the surrounding pirates are afraid, they dare not resist Jack's order. Although they know that the island is dangerous, go they would die in all likelihood, but they had to go. Because they dared to disobey Jack's orders, they would die in the next second. At this moment, a pirate suddenly rushed into the camp in panic. Lord Jack, something bad is going on, outside the island, outside the island." Because he was running too fast, the pirate soldier tripped and fell to the ground. He slid face down for dozens of meters and finally stopped at Jack's feet. "What happened outside the island?" Jack grabbed the pirates and asked gloomily. "A pirate ship appears outside the island, and the flag is that of the Netherworld Pirates. The devil Lucifer is coming." The pirate soldier's tone was trembling. He didn't know whether he was afraid of Jack or Lucifer. Demon Lucifer. He actually came. Hearing Lucifer's name, the surrounding pirates began to panic. Jack was brave enough not to take Lucifer seriously. But they couldn't. These pirates had already been frightened by Lucifer's achievements. Just when I heard his name, all the fighting spirit in my heart disappeared. "Don't panic, idiots, I'm still here." Jack threw away the pirates and shouted loudly. "Sir Jack, Lucifer's power is terrifying. Do you want to inform Captain Kaido?" A pirate captain walked up behind Jack and asked with a solemn expression. "Humph, who do you think I am?" "I am Drought Jack." "What's a mere Lucifer? He's just a young brat." "Of course I fought him. Lucifer is already in front of us, so what's the point of informing Kaido at this time? The country of Wano is so far away from here, and when the reinforcements arrive, the daylily will be cold. At present, besides fighting Lucifer, Jack has no other option. The road can be walked." The pirate captain under his command wanted to say that they could actually retreat. But he gave up the idea as soon as it came up. To run away without a fight was something that Jack could not do. Neither did he dare to do this. If Jack really escapes without fighting, even if he can escape from Lucifer, he will face Kaido's wrath when he goes back. Kaido doesn't need his subordinates who run away, even if he is Drought Jack. "Come with me, come and see how strong that kid is." Jack twisted his neck and walked out of the camp first. Hundreds of pirates followed him quickly, and a group of people walked toward the shore. At the same time, the netherworld had also approached Van Linker. Lucifer. Stationed at the bow of the ship, behind him stood officials such as Enero, Cavendish, and Vabel. "Oh, here it comes." Lucifer's eyes lit up when he saw a group of pirates rushing out from the island. The leader is Drought Jack, one of Kaido's 3 plagues. Yes, it's him. Simon also walked to the bow of the ship with his seriously injured body. When he looked at Jack in the distance, his eyes exuded endless hatred and murderous intent. It was these people who destroyed the Death Pirates and killed all his crew members now. The opportunity for revenge has finally come. Simon was a little excited, and the hand holding the gun was trembling slightly. "Yeah, ha 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 ha, just stay on the boat and watch. Just leave it to us here." Enilu patted Simon on the shoulder and laughed. "You're right. There's no need for a seriously injured guy like you to take action today." Cavendish drew his famous sword and prepared to attack. Hey, Jack, the other person's name is the same as yours, aren't you brothers?" Caesar suddenly looked at Jack and smiled playfully. "I have no brothers, and are you blind? Drought Jack is a fishman and I am a human, even the races are different." Jack rolled his eyes. "Oh, don't get excited, I'm just joking. When 2 Jacks meet, they have to fight no matter what. Jack, it's up to you later, don't let me down." "Don't worry, Captain." Jack is also eager to try. He is also looking forward to the battle between people with the same name. Judging from the opponent's appearance, he is obviously ready to fight. "Caesar, Baby 5, give them a meeting gift first." Lucifer gave the order. "At your command, Captain Lucifer." Great Voyage, Invincibility begins from the word spirit fruit. Author, Drunk in March at West Lake. Chapter 105. Hey, let's see what I say. Baby 5 and Caesar walked onto the bow of the ship at the same time. Baby 5's right hand turned into a cannon barrel, and as the muzzle rotated, it emitted a dazzling blue light. Caesar opened his mouth wide, and a dazzling blue light also erupted from his mouth. Small Pluto cannon. Gas gun. The 2 people's killing moves broke out at the same moment. 2 blue lasers roared out and instantly hit the place where pirates gathered on the island. Boom. 2 fireballs soared into the sky, and 2 small flowers appeared on the shore of Van Linker. Mushroom cloud. Baby 5 still uses the weapon moves on the ancient weapon Pluto. This time it is a small Pluto cannon, which is less powerful than the last time it destroyed the palace of Dressrosa, but it still cannot be underestimated. The sea that died under this cannon, there are hundreds of thieves. Caesar uses the power of the gas fruit. He gathers the gas produced in his body into his lungs, and then spits out a linear gas laser cannon to destroy the opponent's body. Its power is so powerful that it can even the steel melted and burned the opponent's bones. The 2 of them joined forces and the battle had just begun, but Jack's men had already suffered heavy casualties. Unknowingly, the attack firepower of the Netherworld pirates had become very powerful. It can even be said to be terrifying. Not to mention the 2 large-scale destructive moves of Baby 5's Pluto cannon and Caesar's gas laser cannon. Enel's thunder fruit is also extremely powerful. A single thunderbolt can destroy an island. There is also the strongest Lucifer can use all their tricks. Using any natural ability at will can easily destroy an island. In terms of large-scale firebombing, although the Nether pirates have a small number, their power can be ranked among the top in the world. Nether Pirates. The pirate group has become a veritable pirate group with unlimited firepower. Boom. The shore of Van Linker was swallowed up by the sea of fire. Countless pirates fled from the flames and screamed. One by one, the firemen were everywhere in the sea of fire. They ran away and wanted to jump into the sea. but many people were burned to ashes by the flames before they could escape into the sea. Roar. Suddenly, an elephant's roar came from the sea of fire. A huge elephant trunk emerged from the sea of fire. It came out of the middle, and the trunk of the elephant was like a big sword. When the sword fell, it directly tore the sea of fire. Boom! As the giant elephant trampled on it, the sea of fire was torn to pieces by him, and a super huge mammoth appeared in front of everyone. Yeah, ha 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 ha, this guy has pretty good abilities. Anilu was a little surprised to see Jack using his fruit ability. Indeed, this Jack really ate an incredible fruit. Lucifer also agrees with Enel's view. Animal system, ancient species, elephant fruit, mammoth form. Whether it is attack or defense, size or vitality, it is impeccable. This is the ancient species of the animal system. Jack, you go try it first and see how much he weighs. Yes, Captain. As soon as he finished speaking, Jack disappeared on the netherworld. A black shadow streaked across the sky, instantly landed on the Fanlinker Island, and teleported to Drought Jack's head. Phew! A huge slash shot out of the air, instantly hitting the giant mammoth. Elephant. As Jack has grown, the power of cutting fruits has been well developed by him. Now Jack can create giant cutting slashes with a single movement, becoming more and more like a ripper, as if he wants to cut everything in the world. Broken. Boom. The slash hit Jack, and a shockwave erupted, rolling up endless dust and air waves. All the surviving pirates nearby looked horrified. Before they had time to react, they were swept away by the shockwave. Boom. Huge. The trunk of the elephant shot out from the dust and struck Jack the Ripper head on. A loud noise erupted, and the coastline was directly cracked. A crack spread for hundreds of meters. Jack the Ripper dodged the slash, dodged, and jumped from the giant elephant. The body was scratched. The cold light flashed away, bringing out a trace of blood and flying into the sky. The giant elephant roared in pain and trampled directly towards Jack. The two sharp tusks exuded a cold light, and then became pitch black, obviously covering the giant elephant is trampling like a runaway train, containing unparalleled power. Coupled with the sharpness of the ivory and the armed domineering force, as long as it hits, Jack will definitely be pierced through the chest, and his internal organs will be instantly shattered. Sky-splitting slash. Jack let out a roar, and scimitars grew out of his arms and flew rapidly. Countless cutting strikes shot out of the air and collided head-on with the giant elephant. The two of them launched their killing moves at the same time, and the battle quickly became fierce. Beside the pirates fled one after another, not daring to stay on the shore for fear of being affected by the battle. The attacks of Jack the Ripper and Jack the Elephant were too terrifying. Once involved, they would be crushed into pulp in an instant. No bones left. It seems that the two of them can't tell the winner for a while. On the bow of the netherworld, everyone was watching the battle ahead, but no one intervened. Let them fight, Jack the Ripper and Drought Jack. I also want to know who is stronger. Lucifer smiled faintly, raised his hand and docked the netherworld on the shore. But before the two of you can decide the winner, you need to get rid of that group of soldiers first. Lucifer looked at the beast pirates hiding in the distance. There were hundreds of them. Yes, Captain. Cavendish, Baby 5 and Caesar rushed out at the same time. Cavendish turned into a strong wind and rushed into the crowd of pirates. Wherever the strong wind went, the miserable wails of the pirates were heard. The strong wind was like a sharp sword. During the rotation, it brought up blooming blood flowers. In the blink of an eye, dozens of corpses fell into a pool of blood. Baby 5's hands turned into scimitars, moving vertically and horizontally, killing pirates one by one. At the same time, the solace of Baby 5's feet turned into the Trin heavy machine gun, with a wild sweep, beat a dozen pirates into a sieve. Caesar had the worst character. He would play with the pirates before killing them. Then he would kill them with gas or flames. This group pirates don't know how to use armed haki, allowing Caesar to show off as much as he can. Lucifer didn't take action. With his current status and strength, it would be inappropriate for him to take action against these miscellaneous soldiers. Drought Jack is Lucifer's prey. When he is defeated, Lucifer will do the final finishing, and he can still gain the killing point. Vabel did not get Lucifer's order and stood motionless behind Lucifer, like a piece of wood. Simon looked at being casually the many pirates being slaughtered had a look of pleasure in their eyes. He was very excited, his body was trembling with excitement, and he would shoot with his gun from time to time, hitting the heads of each pirate. Although his injuries have not healed and his hands are weak, his marksmanship is still very accurate. One shot at a time, headshots with every shot hits the target. No, this won't work, everyone, run. We are no match for these people, retreat first. A squad leader of the Beast's pirates gave the order, and after speaking, he turned around and ran away. Not everyone can be as tough as Drought Jack. When death comes, fear is natural. Whoa, 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 are you retreating now? I haven't had enough fun yet. Caesar turned into gas and chased after him. He clicked 2 castanets and detonated the gas. With a loud bang, the pirate captain and a dozen pirates were all blown away by him. Monsters, this is a group of monsters. Contact Captain Kaido now. Stop, do you know who we are? We are the Beast Pirates. If you attack us, Captain Kaido will only let you go. That's right, Captain Kaido is the strongest monster in the world. Do you know how scary he is? You are dead. Even if you escape to the ends of the earth, you will never survive. Some pirates screamed in fear and took out their phone bugs to contact the headquarters of the Beast's pirates. There were also a group of pirates who were fierce and cruel and used Kaido's name in an attempt to scare away Cavendish and his group. However, all this was in vain. It doesn't help. The Nether pirates don't care about Kaido's threat. Without Lucifer's order, the killings of Cavendish and others will not stop. Hello, is it Jack? How is the situation over there? A pirate got through the call bug, and just as he was about to speak, he was beheaded by Cavendish. Only a shrill scream was heard on the other side. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Great Voyage, Invincibility begins from the word spirit fruit. Author, Drunk in March at West Lake. Chapter 106. Hey, what happened? It's Jack, right? How is the situation over there? The phone bug fell to the ground, and the snail let out a low roar. But no one answered him, only screams echoed around him. Jack, Jack, talk back. The voice of the phone bug kept ringing. Lucifer raised his hand and grabbed it in his hand. Jack is very busy now and has no time to talk to you. Lucifer said calmly. Who are you? Yan Liangjin heard that the voice on the other side was not Jack's and asked. I'm just a newcomer who just debuted. Jack is very busy now. If you want to contact him, please call back later. If he were still alive at that time, he would have answered you. Newcomer? Are you Lucifer? You bastard, what have you done? Yan Liangjin instantly guessed Lucifer's identity. He didn't do anything, he just happened to meet Jack and asked his subordinates to spar with him. Jack is very strong, don't worry so much. While speaking, Jack the Ripper and Drought Jack exchanged moves, and both of them fell back. Unfortunately, Jack the Ripper lost one move to Drought Jack. In a one-on-one duel, Jack the Ripper was no match for Drought Jack. Go to hell, you damn bastard. Drought Jack raised his huge elephant trunk and smashed it down towards Jack the Ripper. Vabel, you come in too. Yes, Captain Lucifer. After receiving Lucifer's order, Vabel immediately turned into a black shadow and rushed forward. The huge Naginata suddenly fell and struck the back of Jack the giant elephant. Poof! Blood spurted out, and Jack the elephant's back was slashed. There was a huge wound, and white bones were vaguely visible. Roar! The giant elephant looked up to the sky and roared, emitting a desolate cry. Yin on the other side of the phone apparently heard it, and immediately became furious. Damn bastards, what have you done? If anything happens to Jack, the beast pirates will not let you go. Although Jack is the weakest among the three disasters, Yin and Quinn also have a very bad attitude towards him. But no matter what, Jack is the core cotter of the beast's pirates. For him to fall into death, Yin can't help but may be indifferent. I'm really looking forward to the day when the battle with the beast pirates begins, but I think Jack will never see that day. After saying that, without waiting for Lucifer's answer, Lucifer directly crushed the phone bug to death. Yan Liangjin, who was far away in the country of Wano, saw that the phone bug was cut off, and his anger could no longer be suppressed, and he also crushed the phone bug in his hand. Meat. As a phone bug, the snail's life is indeed extremely dangerous. With the addition of Vabel, Drought Jack, who was originally struggling to survive, finally couldn't support himself. Jack the Ripper seized the opportunity and used cutting chops to cut off one of Jack's branches. Ivory. Not to be outdone, Vabel cut off his other ivory. One of Jack's hands and one foot was also cut off. In the severely injured state, he could no longer maintain the mammoth form and gradually returned to his human form. Seeing that Jack was powerless after fighting again, Vabel also stopped attacking. Lucifer walked up to Jack, grabbed the huge ivory, and shook it slightly. It was indeed an ivory worth 900 million belly, and it really lived up to its reputation. Lucifer, I smiled secretly in my heart, remembering an old joke I saw on the forum in my previous life. Legend has it that Drought Jack offered a bounty of 1 billion Baileys, of which 900 million was the price of ivory. Lucifer, Captain Kaido won't let you go. Jack hadn't lost consciousness yet. He fell in a pool of blood, staring at Lucifer with his eyes open, as if he wanted to eat him in one bite. Jack was a real tough guy pirate. When faced with death threats, he didn't beg for mercy. He has no fear, he is a man with backbone. I'm also looking forward to the day when I fight Kaido, but you won't be able to see it. Lucifer smiled faintly, and stabbed hard with his ivory, directly piercing Jack's heart. Jack gritted his teeth without saying a word, groaned, and stopped breathing. Ding, the host kills Pirate Jack and gets 80,000 killing points. The system's prompt sounded, and Lucifer's killing points surged. Drought Jack was indeed one of Kaido's 3 disasters. Although it was the weakest, it still provided Lucifer with a whopping 80,000 killing points. It is not 1,522 now, and Jack is not as strong as he will be in the future. Attribute panel. Host, Lucifer. Age, 23. Devil fruit, word spirit fruit. Physique, hell demon. Armed color haki, peak. Wisdom color haki, peak. Overlord color haki, domain. Killing points, 130,000. With this harvest, Lucifer's total number of killing points has reached 130,000. Closing the attribute panel, Lucifer stretched out his palm and pointed it at Jack's body. Be reborn. After the words fell, the power of the word spirit fruit was activated, capturing the reborn mammoth fruit. A fruit appeared in Lucifer's left hand. After integrating the power of the mammoth fruit, the fruit quickly grew a spiral pattern at a speed visible to the naked eye. In this way, the ancient mammoth fruit of the animal system was reborn in the hands of Lucifer. This is. Simon was stunned when he saw the rebirth of the devil fruit for the first time, his eyes widened in disbelief. Whoa, 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 that's amazing, right? No matter how many times I watch it, the captain's power is unbelievable. Caesar turned into gaseous gas and swayed around Lucifer. He is a scientist and has also conducted related research on devil fruits, and even studied artificial devil fruits with Vegapunk. He believes that as long as there are enough funds and with manpower, he can create artificial devil fruit. But compared to Lucifer's ability, artificial devil fruit is still far behind. The devil fruit recovered by Lucifer has no defects and is the same as the devil fruit regenerated naturally, but the artificial devil fruit has a fatal flaw, and even Vegapunk has not successfully solved that flaw. Captain, when are we going to build our own territory? I can't wait to experiment. One day, I can make a perfect artificial devil fruit. Caesar was inspired by Lucifer's ability and had many ideas for artificial devil fruits. As long as he can create a perfect devil fruit, it means that he has successfully surpassed Vegapunk. Just wait, the time will come soon. Lucifer already has a target in mind for the home of the Netherworld pirates. On the ground, Drought Jack's body is lying in a pool of blood. His use value has been completely drained by Lucifer. Even if he is dead, Jack's eyes are not there. Close it, still staring at Lucifer. Is this a matter of dying in peace? Lucifer has killed many people, but Jack is the first to die without closing his eyes. Just bury him. He is a tough guy no matter what. Lucifer gave the order, which was regarded as giving Jack the last dignity. Yes, Captain Lucifer. Vabel obeyed the order and carried Jack's body away. Then, Lucifer looked at Simon and said, "Simon, take out the treasure map and dig out the treasure." "Yes, Captain Lucifer." Simon took out the treasure map from his crotch again. He couldn't change this habit. Lucifer and his party followed the guidance of the treasure map and walked towards the depths of the island. The New World, the country of Wano. Ghost Island Palace. Boom. The ground shook and the mountains shook. A huge pillar of fire broke through the ceiling of the palace and rose into the sky, shooting through the clouds in the sky. The sky suddenly changed and black clouds gathered, covering dozens of miles in an instant. The endless wind howls, as if the end is coming. At this moment, the Emperor of the Sea was angry. Even the weather in the sky was changed by his anger. "Lucifer! Damn you, kid, you really dare to do it? Even if he dares to kill my people, isn't he afraid of death?" Kaido's roar echoed in a Nagashima palace. Tens of thousands of pirates tightened their necks and trembled, not daring to make the slightest sound. Kaido was in a state of rage. To attract his attention at this time was almost like seeking death. "Yin, where is that kid now?" Kaido, who had transformed into the form of a blue dragon, looked at Flame Calamity embers, his huge pupils exuding endless killing intent. "It should be in Fenlinker, but if we rush there now, Lucifer should be far away." "Trash, what a bunch of trash, not even a kid can be found." And Jack was also a loser. He died at the hands of a young brat. It was so embarrassing. Kaido's huge body is circling and flying in the palace, shaking the mountains with just a slight movement. The anger of the four emperors Kaido is enough to change the color of heaven and earth. Great Voyage, Invincibility begins from the word spirit fruit. Author, Drunk in March at West Lake. Chapter 107. Lucifer is not weak, and it is natural that Jack is not his opponent. It's just that Simon could find Lucifer as a backer, which Jack didn't expect. All I can say is that Jack is unlucky. The only one who dares to say these words at this time is Yan Calamity Ember. If it were anyone else, they would have been burned to ashes by Kaido's dragon breath. "I don't want to hear this nonsense, I'll send someone to find that brat right away. If you dare to steal my devil fruit and kill my subordinates, I can't spare him. It's time for that arrogant kid to see the world's best combat power, and let him know that what he did before was just playing pirate's house." With a burst of roar, Blue Dragon Kaido soared into the sky and flew up to the clouds in the sky from the big hole in the ceiling. The blue dragon was raging in the black clouds, endless thunder and lightning struck him, unable to penetrate his dragon scales, as if it was giving him a blow. He scratched his itch. This is Kaido, the strongest creature in the world. His defense power is unparalleled in the world. Only one person has left scars on him in the decades across the sea. His terrifying physical strength combined with the blue dragon fruit makes Kaido's defense more powerful. The power and self-healing power are so terrifying that they can be called immortal. After Kaido's order was issued, all the Beast Pirates' spies in the New World were dispatched to find Lucifer's whereabouts. The anger of the Emperor of the New World only it can be calmed down with blood. Van Linker, Lucifer, and his group entered the interior of a volcano based on the treasure map. The temperature here is extremely high, as if it can burn people to ashes. This is it. Simon came to a rock wall and looked at the map and said, "Vabel, split him." "At your command, Captain Lucifer." Vabel stepped forward, swung his naginata and slashed down angrily. With a loud bang, the volcanic rock wall was split open, revealing a large hole. Smoke and dust were everywhere, but there was a faint golden light emerging from it. Everyone entered the cave, and what appeared in front of them was a huge treasure room. Gold coins are piled up into hills, as well as many gems, diamonds, palace treasures, gorgeous swords, crowns, etc. The treasures are countless and dazzling. Boom, 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 get rich, really get rich this time. There are so many treasures. Caesar was the first to lose control and turned into a ball of gas and rushed to the gold coin hill. He picked up a large number of gold coins and scattered them in all directions. Jack the Ripper and Simon were also stunned by the treasure in front of them. There are so many. Yeah, I didn't expect that either. Simon never thought that there were so many treasures buried here. But suddenly, Caesar, Jack and Simon all discovered that Lucifer, Enel, Cavendish, and others didn't react at all. Looking at the treasure in front of them, it seemed like he saw a pile of stones. Vabel didn't change his expression because he had a bad mind and just wanted to eat what he had. He had no idea about money. But other people were like this too, which made people suspicious. "Hey, Enelu, aren't you surprised?" Jack asked, looking at Enel. Simon also looked at Enel. "What's so surprising? Isn't it just a batch of treasures? There are more treasures on this God's empty island, but there are not even 1,000th of these here." "You are right, we have discovered the legendary Golden City," Cavendish said proudly while holding the rose. That was the first time he became famous. With the discovery of the Golden City, Cavendish gained countless beautiful fans all over the world. When Cavendish said this, Jack and Simon suddenly remembered. A few months ago, news did come out that the Golden City had been discovered. But at that time, Jack was a slave in Marijo, and Simon didn't read newspapers very much, so he didn't know who discovered the Golden City. It's the Netherworld pirates. Compared to the legendary Golden City, the money here is really nothing. Money is of no use to us, the Nether pirates. As long as Captain Lucifer is here, we can have as much money as we want. You may have forgotten that the captain's ability can create things out of the void. As long as the captain is willing, it will be easy to build a golden mountain." Cavendish shook his head and looked at the cheering Caesar and the dumbfounded Jack Simon, as if looking at three old haters who had never seen the world. The three of them were stunned, feeling like there were 10,000 grass mud horses galloping in their hearts. "Past." Caesar immediately threw away the gold coins in his hand, feeling a little ashamed. "I was careless, and it turned out that the clown was myself." A bitterness arose in the hearts of the three of them at the same time. It turns out that our Netherworld pirates are such a rich pirate group, there is already too much money to spend. But the three of them are not happy at the moment. "If you have money, you should have said it earlier. Do you really want to see us embarrassed?" We don't want to lose face. Okay, let's find the devil fruit first. Lucifer said expressionlessly. Yes, Captain Lucifer. Changing the subject, Caesar and the others hurriedly searched for devil fruits. Soon, Caesar made a discovery in a hill of gold coins. He opened up the hill of gold coins and found a golden throne from underneath, with a skeleton sitting on it. The skeleton was holding a golden treasure box in his hand. Caesar opened the treasure box, and there was a devil fruit inside. Found it, Captain Lucifer. Caesar quickly came to Lucifer with the treasure box. Lucifer took out the devil fruit. The fruit was brown and black, with weird spiral patterns all over it. It was not in the shape of a banana, and was different from ordinary animal devil fruits. But the treasure map said this: it is an ancient animal species, so it makes sense that it is different from ordinary animals. Okay, now that you have the devil fruit, it's time to leave. Lucifer put away the devil fruit and turned around without hesitation. Enel, Cavendish, Baby 5 and Vabel followed quickly without saying a word. But Caesar, Jack and Simon some hesitation. Hey, what are you doing standing around? Hurry up and catch up. Cavendish turned around and looked at the three Caesars. Are we just leaving? Caesar looked at the mountains of treasures around him and was a little skeptical about life. This is the treasure that countless pirates dream of. The total value is definitely more than 3 billion belly, which is a huge sum of money. You don't even take a look, just left like that. Are you kidding? Is this the style of pirates? The same goes for Jack and Simon. It can only be said that they have never seen the world and have never made a fortune. Suddenly they got a huge treasure, and they were a little reluctant to part with it. So what else do you want? Move the treasure out of here. Anilu tilted his head and looked at the three Caesars, looking at the three idiots. If you want to move, you can move it yourself, we don't have that spare time. After saying that, they left immediately. Caesar, Jack, and Simon looked at each other, not daring to stay, and quickly followed. What can they say? Who made their captain rich? Everyone returned to the netherworld, and the netherworld immediately set sail and left Varinkar. On the deck of the pirate ship, the three Caesars looked at the treasure island farther and farther behind, and they still felt distressed. A huge treasure of more than 3 billion belly was abandoned, and they didn't feel distressed at all. That's false. Today, they finally know what it's like to be a captain who is too rich. That's the coexistence of pain and joy. It's so exciting. Okay, look at it, isn't it just money? We have plenty. Cavendish patted the shoulders of the three Caesars, shook his head and said. That's right. The most important thing our nether pirates lack is money. Anilu took the apple and nodded, laughing. Okay, come here, everyone. Lucifer gave the order. He raised his hand and 3 devil fruits appeared on the table. Simon, you provided the treasure map this time, and it's also your credit for getting the 2 devil fruits. So I give you the power to choose. Of these 3 devil fruits, one is Jack's ancient mammoth fruit, one is an unknown ancient species recorded on the treasure map, and the other one is from my collection. Choose one yourself. Great Voyage, Invincibility begins from the word spirit fruit. Author, Drunk in March at West Lake. Chapter 108. Of these 3 devil fruits, one is Jack's ancient mammoth fruit, one is an unknown ancient species recorded on the treasure map, and the other is my collection, a superhuman transparent fruit. If you want, just pick one yourself. No thanks, Captain Lucifer. Being able to kill Drought Jack and avenge my companions has fulfilled my wish. It would be shameless of me to take another devil fruit. Simon shook his head and said firmly. Okay, just take it if I tell you to take it. Devil fruits are meant to be eaten by others, otherwise they are garbage. Most of the people on the ship are already devil fruit users, and they also have the right to choose devil fruits. Since you are on the ship, you will naturally be treated equally. Pick one for yourself. Simon looked at the 3 devil fruits and finally chose the transparent fruit. Have you decided? You have to think clearly. Once you eat a devil fruit, you cannot change it. Yes, Captain, I will choose the transparent fruit. Simon knows his abilities very well. He is a sniper, proficient in assassination, and good at long-distance combat. Although the 2 ancient animal species are powerful, they are both suitable for frontal combat physical masters, not suitable for him. Instead, they are able to become invisible. Transparent fruits suit him best. With transparent fruits, he can better hide his traces and use his sniper assassination skills. That's good, I also hope you choose transparent fruit. Lucifer smiled faintly. The transparent fruit is very strong, and if it is well developed, even the Haki of seeing, hearing, and color will not be able to sense your existence. If you really make it that far, you might be able to become the world's best sniper. I won't let you down, Captain Lucifer. When he was desperate, he was rescued and recruited by Lucifer, and he took revenge. Simon was completely loyal to Lucifer and was willing to sacrifice his life for him. Now he has gained Lucifer's trust and was given the devil fruit. Simon made up his mind, must become stronger, so that he can repay Lucifer's kindness. Simon opened his mouth and ate the transparent fruit, completely ignoring the disgusting taste. Soon, the entire devil fruit entered Simon's stomach. How do you feel? Test your abilities quickly. Everyone's eyes were fixed on Simon. They saw Simon sitting there motionless, but suddenly his body began to become transparent and soon disappeared completely. He was invisible to the naked eye, and he could only be sensed by seeing and hearing Haki. Yes, the transparent fruit is indeed very suitable for snipers. Lucifer nodded secretly. As long as you don't end up like the pervert last time, it'll be fine. If you dare to use it to peek, I won't forgive you. Baby 5 still remembers Absalom's perverted behavior and is very resentful. Don't worry, I'm not that kind of unscrupulous pervert. Simon returned to his true form from the transparent state and said with a smile. At the same time, Lucifer put away the other 2 devil fruits and whispered softly, Barrett's heavy sniper. As soon as he finished speaking, a piece of steel appeared out of thin air in front of Lucifer. The steel stretched and soon turned into a Barrett sniper rifle. Barrett Heavy Sniper, the most famous sniper rifle in Lucifer's previous life, was terrifyingly powerful. It hit the human body. It can tear flesh and blood in an instant. Once hit by Barrett's Heavy Sniper, he will either die or be maimed. Your sniper rifle has been damaged. I'll give you this gun. Its power will not let you down. There are many kinds of weapons in the One Piece world, but when it comes to firearms, they are not as good as Lucifer's previous life. The power of Barrett's Heavy Sniper is much more powerful than Simon's original sniper rifle. If paired with armament Haki, the power will be even stronger. Lucifer is looking forward to seeing how powerful Barrett's Heavy Sniper will be in this world. Thank you, Captain. Simon was very excited. He is a truly top sniper, and the quality of a sniper rifle can be seen at a glance. Simon gently stroked Barrett Heavy Sniper, as if he was stroking his lover. According to legend, top snipers will put their own treating a gun as a lover, or even life seems to be true now. Okay, let's get familiar with this gun and the power of the transparent fruit first. You'll need it soon. Lucifer is about to attend the Big Mom Pirates tea party, and there will definitely be a big battle. At the same time, by killing Drought Jack this time, Lucifer angered Kaido again. It is equivalent to the Nether Pirates facing off at once. To Yonko. A fierce battle will come soon, and there is not much time left for them. Enero, Cavendish, and others also understand this, so they have been training hard during this period. The war is coming when they arrive. Even if they increase their strength a little bit, they can increase their chances of winning the battle. In the cabin, Lucifer turned on the system. System, how many killing points are needed to identify this devil fruit? Lucifer held the unknown ancient devil fruit and asked in his heart. Return to host, identification requires 20,000 killing points. 20,000. Just the appraisal costs 20,000. Lucifer was a little surprised. The more expensive the identification fee, the stronger the devil fruit's ability. It seems that this fruit is not simple, maybe it is an ancient species. The information recorded in the treasure map may not be true, but the systematic identification will not be false. System, recover this devil fruit. Ding, the animal system, ancient species, dragon fruit, and pachycephalosaur form were recovered successfully, and 70,000 killing points were obtained. It turns out to be this ability. Swollen-headed dragon is the ability of Runti, the flying six cells, volleying six sons, of the beast pirates in the original work. If Lucifer hadn't intervened, this fruit would eventually be snatched away by Kaido and eaten by Runti. But it is a pity that Lucifer has now intercepted him. Recovering an ancient species, Pachycephalosaurus fruit, provided Lucifer with 70,000 killing points. Lucifer's total number of killing points once again exceeded 200,000. Attribute panel. Host, Lucifer. Age, 23. Devil fruit, word spirit fruit. Physique, hell demon. Armed color haki, peak. Wisdom color haki, peak. Overlord color haki, domain. Killing points, 200,000. Lucifer already has ancient saber-toothed tiger fruits and mammoth fruits, so they are recycled. The pagoda fruit does not feel a pity. So far, Lucifer still has 5 devil fruits in his hands, including the saber-toothed tiger fruit, the gate fruit, the blood fruit, the stone fruit, and the mammoth fruit. In addition to the gate fruit, the other 4 their abilities are very powerful. Unfortunately, they have not found a suitable crew member to eat them so far. Except for Cavendish and Vabel, all the members of the Nether Pirates are ability users. Cavendish has repeatedly stated that he does not want to eat them. Lucifer can't force him to use devil fruit. As for Vabel, Lucifer has already thought of a suitable ability for him, but he hasn't got it yet. Door fruit, it's time to put it to work. Lucifer looked at the Menman fruit in his hand and opened the system store. Soon, Lucifer found the item he wanted. System, by Ship Wizard. Ding, the ship elf purchased it successfully, and 100,000 killing points were deducted, leaving 100,000 killing points. A black light fell, and an elf appeared in the black light. The elf looked different from the ship elf of the Grand Line. He looked like a hell demon, but he was the Q version and looked quite cute. The ship elf, it is an elf that is produced by a ship after the crew cares for each other and cherishes the ship. It will only appear when it is close to the crew to a certain extent. Lucifer's netherworld obviously did not meet this condition, so Lucifer can only use killing points to purchase it. Attribute panel. Host, Lucifer. Age, 23. Devil fruit, word spirit fruit. Physique, hell demon. Armed color haki, peak. Wisdom color haki, peak. Overlord color haki, domain. Killing points, 100,000. Although Lucifer's 100,000 killing points were consumed, but this consumption is worth it. Owner. The demon elf saluted respectfully to Lucifer. The demon elf bought from the system store is more intelligent and capable than the naturally born elf. Here you go, eat it. Lucifer threw the gate fruit to the demon spirit. As you command, master. The devil elf picked up the door fruit, bit it down, and the juice splashed out. Maybe it was because the devil elf's taste was different. Not only did it not find the devil fruit unpalatable, but it ate it with relish. Soon, all the door fruit had gone into the devil elf's body. Belly. You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Great Voyage, Invincibility begins from the word spirit fruit. Author, Drunk in March at West Lake. Chapter 109. How do you feel? Can you control the power? Lucifer looked at the demon elf and asked. Return to Master, I can already use the power of the gate fruit. The demon elf waved his little hand, and the netherworld suddenly trembled. Cavendish, who was standing on the deck at the helm, saw that the space in front of the netherworld suddenly cracked, and the netherworld got into the space crack uncontrollably. Then the space cracks healed, and the netherworld disappeared into the sea. Hey, what's going on? Enilu, Cavendish Baby 5 and others looked at the twisted space around them and were confused. The space around the netherworld was all folded and twisted, and it was retreating very fast, almost invisible to the naked eye. Captain, something happened. Cavendish's anxious voice sounded from outside the door. Lucifer pushed the door open and the demon elf sat on his shoulder. It's okay, don't be nervous. Lucifer said calmly. This is the demon elf, the ship elf of the netherworld. It has eaten the door fruit, so it can travel through space. From today on, he is also a new companion on the ship. Lucifer introduced the demon elves to everyone. Ship spirit. Is there really such a thing? And ate a devil fruit. Cavendish, Baby 5, Caesar and others were all a little surprised. The ship elf is a legendary creature. Very few people have seen it, and its existence has never been confirmed. Today is the first time they have seen it with their own eyes. And it is even unheard of for a ship spirit to eat a devil fruit. Xiaohe, remove the ability. Yes, Master. Xiaohe received the order and waved his hand, and a space crack appeared in front of the netherworld again. Passing through the space crack, the netherworld returned to the sea. But the place where it appeared was far away from the place where it disappeared before. In the different space, the netherworld, the distance the ship sails is different from the actual distance. With this ability, the netherworld will be the fastest pirate ship in the world. At the same time, it can sneak into the enemy's lair unknowingly and leave unknowingly. Even if the enemy can discover the existence of the netherworld with the haki of seeing and hearing, without space and rules, it will not be able to capture the netherworld from the different space, and it will not be able to harm the netherworld. Although the gate fruit does not have strong attack power, this kind of space ability is extremely powerful. Theoretically, as long as Bruno, the former Esper, hides in a different space, even the Admiral or the Four Emperors Kaido Big Mom can't do anything to him. Lucifer has one of the rules of the word spirit fruit, that's why we can defeat him. Whitebeard's shock fruit can shatter space, so it should be able to hurt him. Apart from that, there are only a few methods that can threaten those with the door fruit ability. So awesome! The ship elf who ate the Menman fruit is so awesome. Cavendish, Baby 5 and others were all surprised by this. All the smart people present immediately thought of the role of the netherworld with the door fruit. Okay, it's almost time, it's time to attend Big Mom's tea party. Xiaohe, space travel. Yes, Master. Xiaohe obeyed the order and once again controlled the netherworld to enter a different space. Just like that, the netherworld disappeared into the boundless sea. New World, Wano Country, a Nagashima Palace. Kaido's roar echoed in the palace, like a sonic attack, making the rafters tremble. Haven't you found that brat Lucifer yet? What are you trash doing? Kaido slammed the wine gourd to the ground and smashed it into pieces. He roared out with powerful air waves, making the surrounding pirates freeze and tremble. Sorry, Captain Kaido, our outside observers found no trace of the nether pirates. After they left Van Linker, they seemed to have completely disappeared into the sea. The Beast's pirates' spies are all over the New World, and they have been tracking the nether pirates. But unfortunately, they have not been found. A bunch of trash. Is it possible that that kid can still hide in the sky? Lucifer killed Drought Jack and took away his devil fruit, which made Kaido murderous. But unfortunately, he couldn't find anyone. This feeling of having nowhere to vent his anger and anger made Kaido how uncomfortable. Just at this moment, the voice of the phone bug suddenly rang. Blue blue brew. Blue blue brew. The palace suddenly became quiet, and there was a dead silence. No one dared to make a sound, only the voice of the phone bug echoed around. Kaido picked up the phone bug and connected it, and instantly turned into an ant wearing lipstick. Well, Kaido, long time no see. The voice of the fourth emperor's ant came from the other side. Is there a problem? Old woman. Kaido is very angry and doesn't have a good attitude towards auntie. Well, are you so cold? Kaido. I thought we were friends. If you have something to say, just say it. I'm still busy and don't have time to talk nonsense with you. Well, then I'll just say it. Kaido, I'm going to hold a tea party, so why don't you come with me? We haven't seen each other for so many years. Let's catch up on old times after a long absence. Well. Auntie's laughter came from the other side. Unlike Kaido, you could tell that Auntie was in a good mood just by listening to her voice. Stop talking nonsense, old lady, we are not that familiar. If I want to go to your place, it will only be for one reason, and that is to start a war. Kaido yelled at the phone bug, spitting all over the snail's face. Well, are you really not coming? I heard that you are chasing Lucifer recently, right? It's none of your business. Speaking of Lucifer, Kaido's anger couldn't be suppressed again. Humph, that's not necessarily the case. Because Lucifer is coming to my tea party soon. Maybe, he will soon be my subordinate. Well. Auntie's laughter revealed a sense of pride, but it was extremely harsh to Kaido's ears. Kaido roared in a low voice, is that brat going to your place? Yes, he has accepted the invitation. The tea party will start soon, and he will come to Cake Island soon. How about Kaido, are you coming? Well. Bang. Before Auntie's laughter ended, a loud bang interrupted the call, and the phone bug in Auntie's hand fell into a dormant state. In this regard, Auntie was not angry at all, but even more proud. She already knew Kaido's answer. Well, a tea party needs a lot of people to make it lively. In the Cake Island Palace, Big Mom's harsh laughter came out, and there were countless food hermits dancing around with the laughter. In the Onigashima Palace in Wano country, a big hole was made under Kaido's feet by him. The poor phone bug has been crushed by Kaido. Damn you kid, did you kill my subordinates and then go to that old woman's territory? Captain Kaido, are you going to the Big Mom Pirates? Yan Liangjin next to him knows Kaido very well, and he has already guessed Kaido's thoughts. Of course, I still have to settle the debt with that brat for killing Jack. Kaido stood up, holding the mace in his hand, and twisted his neck to make a cracking sound. It just so happens that I haven't seen that old woman for a long time, so I just happened to meet her this time. By the way, kill that arrogant brat. However, that is Big Mom's territory. Jin still hesitated, and then he said, I will take someone with you. No need, I am enough alone. Dealing with a mere brat, you don't think I'll be in danger, do you? Kaido's eyes widened, and he burst out with murderous intent. Even Yin can't question him like this. Of course not Lucifer, but there is the entire Big Mom pirate group there, if they join forces with Lucifer. What if we join forces? Who do you think I am? I am Kaido, no one in this world can kill me. An old woman and a kid together can't even do it. As Kaido roared, his body began to deform. Great Voyage, Invincibility begins from the word spirit fruit. Author, Drunk in March at West Lake. Chapter 110. Kaido's hands first turned into dragon claws, then his neck stretched out, and his head rose into the sky, turning into a dragon head. His upper body seemed to be able to extend indefinitely, turning into the body of a blue dragon hundreds of meters long. As his feet rose into the air, Kaido's lower body turned into a dragon's tail. Roar! A dragon roar shook all directions, and Blue Dragon Kaido crashed through the ceiling of the palace and flew into the sky. As if to welcome the arrival of Blue Dragon Kaido, the situation above Onigashima changed and was instantly enveloped by dark clouds. Blue Dragon Kaido rushed into the clouds and quickly disappeared. Gone. Yan Calamity Jin and many pirates looked at the disappearing Blue Dragon Kaido and were speechless. Some pirates were fine, but Yan Calamity Jin had an ominous premonition. He didn't understand why this happened. A feeling. Maybe I am worrying too much. Yan Liangjin withdrew his sight and began to direct the operations of the Beast's pirates. He is the second in command of the Beast's pirates. Normally, when Kaido is not around, Jin takes charge of everything in Wano country. In a sea area of the New World, there is an island. There is a small country on the island named Millikan, which is famous for its delicious cream. Countless tourists come to this country every year just to taste the unique and delicious cream here. But today, the country is in ruins. The entire country was engulfed in flames, and countless residents on the island were burned alive by the fire. Not only the country, but the entire island has been filled with fire. Seen from a distance, the island and the palace on the island look like a huge cake being grilled by a fire. A pirate ship was sailing away from the island, with the pirate flag hanging on the mast fluttering in the wind and making a hunting sound. Above it is the logo of Yonko Big Mom. What a pity, from now on, I can no longer taste Millikan's unique cream cake. On the pirate ship, Baron Eggman looked at the burning Millikan kingdom in the distance and said regretfully, "There is nothing they can do about it? Who makes them unable to hand over enough Millikan cream? Mom's anger is terrifying." Pokemuse was also looking at the blazing kingdom, with no expression on his face except for the image of flames printed on his glasses. They had seen this kind of thing many times and had long been accustomed to it. The Four Emperors' Big Mom, with gluttony famous, she especially likes desserts. For desserts, she can do anything that goes against common sense. Destroying the country and barbecuing islands is just commonplace. The reason why the Millikan kingdom was destroyed this time was because they could not hand over enough milliliters. Ken cream. Okay, Pak Musk, go back to your mother. Fortunately, the collected Millikan cream can also be used to make some desserts, which should calm my mother's anger a little. Baron Eggy turned and left. Yes. Just like that, the Big Mom pirate ship disappeared on the sea level, leaving only a burning island in flames. The buildings on the island were collapsed and shattered by the sea of fire until they were reduced to ashes. Another country was destroyed by Big Mom's appetite. Next. Things like this happen almost every year. Because Big Mom holds a tea party every year. Millikan Kingdom is not the first, nor the last. The news that Yonko Big Mom was going to hold a tea party quickly spread throughout the New World. Some kings of the underground world, powerful pirates, and nobles of the kingdom set sail for the waters of all nations. They all received invitations, and no one dared to refuse the invitation from the Four Emperors. All of a sudden, the area around the waters of Wonguo was very lively, with countless ships appearing. Whether it is a pirate ship or a merchant ship, it carries all the famous figures in the New World. And Lucifer's netherworld has also entered the waters of all nations. Captain, is this Big Mom's territory? It certainly lives up to its reputation, there is food everywhere. On the deck of the netherworld, everyone is eating watermelon. They are now in the juicy area of Wonguo. The sea water here is all composed of juice. The watermelon they eat is not a fruit, but the unique watermelon in the juicy area. Monkfish. Big Mom is a woman famous for her gluttony. Of course, Her kingdom is filled with food. The juice basin is not the strangest thing. Later you will see islands made entirely of chocolate, or islands made entirely of cream. Cake Island, the core island of Big Mom Pirates, is full of desserts. Although he has never been to the Sea of All Nations, Lucifer knows the situation here clearly. The people living here are not bad, at least they don't have to worry about starving to death. Jack understands this very well. He was born as an orphan and suffered from poverty and hunger as a child. His life improved after joining the Navy. He originally wanted to devote his life to the Navy, but unfortunately, he ended up becoming a pirate. In this cruel world, being able to have a full stomach is already a very happy thing. Living here comes with a price. That old woman from Big Mom is not a philanthropist, how could she be so kind? Lucifer shook his head and smiled sarcastically. Big Mom is a superhuman soul fruit user. As long as he is afraid of her, his life will be taken away by her. Big Mom has established laws in all countries, and all citizens living in Totland must pay 1 month of their lives for 6 months as payment for Big Mom's protection, otherwise they must leave. However, Big Mom will never allow anyone to leave Totland, and anyone who tries to leave will be sentenced to death. In other words, all people in the kingdom are life vessels supported by Big Mom. From the day they live in this kingdom, their lives no longer belong to them. The choice between chronic death and immediate death is just a matter of time. There are special surveillance manatees in the oceans of the Seas of All Nations, and Lucifer's arrival was quickly discovered. Oh! Is Lucifer finally here? In the Cake Island Palace, Big Mom received a report from his subordinates. That's right, Mom, we have discovered the whereabouts of the Netherworld pirates, they are approaching Cake Island. Well, that's good, just in time for this tea party. Let's pick him up and take him to Cake Island. Yes, Mom. Charlotte Snag immediately dispatched after receiving the order from Big Mom. With his leadership, Lucifer and his party arrived at the core Cake Island of All Nations without any hindrance. On the Cake Island in the Sea of All Nations, the tea party is about to start. Port station, the pirates from the Big Mom pirate group and countless chess soldiers are lining up. Many members of the Charlotte family have also come to the port, where they are responsible for welcoming guests. There is also Katakuri, the leader, the core cotters of the Big Mom pirates, they guard here to ensure that no one causes trouble. Every year at the tea party, a few idiots refuse the invitation. After Big Mom sends revenge gifts, they all come to take revenge. Katakuri's mission is to solve these problems people, adding a little bloody embellishment to the tea party. One by one, the kings of the underground world, the nobles of the country, and the famous pirates of the New World landed on the shore and entered the Cake Island. The welcome ceremony of the Big Mom pirates was very complete. When every guest arrived, people nearby would shout, which made people feel the enthusiasm of the Big Mom pirates. At this moment, the crowd suddenly exclaimed, "The Netherworld pirates are coming." As soon as the words fell, everyone's eyes turned to the sea. Everyone wanted to see this man who dared to single-handedly bulldoze the Holy Land Marijoya, massacre the celestial dragons, and defeat the admiral of the navy. All they saw was a ship flying the devil's flag. The pirate ship is approaching and will soon be anchored on the shore of the port. The devil Lucifer, I didn't expect him to really come. It is said that Lucifer has a fighting power that rivals the 4 emperors. I wonder if it is true or not. This is the first time I have seen Lucifer in reality. I wonder if he is as scary as the legend says. What's scary? Lucifer is the most handsome man in the world. His handsomeness is world famous. I could finally see him, and if I could spend the night with him, it would be worth dying for. Many underground kings were whispering, and countless beauties were screaming and shouting. The scene was very lively. Morgans held up his camera to take pictures with an excited expression. Big news, this is really big news.